I have been a Jurassic fan since I was, 10 and saw the first Jurassic Park in the theater. I mean, if you had asked me for the last 3 decades what movie I would want to be in, most of all, it would be a Jurassic movie. So to have it be a reality is, it's sort of mind blowing. I can't totally. When I saw the film, I lost it. I was just so. I'm so proud of it and so proud of all of the work that everybody did in the film, and it feels like it's everything that I could have ever dreamed of, but beyond that. It's just so.
It's
exciting.
hard to put into words. Yeah. And you see we're going to watch it for the first time tomorrow with an audience, and I think it will maybe become more of a reality then, or maybe it just never will be. He's already involved in the mission in the designing of the DNA extraction device, and I think that puts him in quite an interesting dilemma ethically at the beginning of the film. The thing that clinches it, though, is obviously when they corner him and they say you've never seen a dinosaur in its natural habitat, which obviously is beyond any paleontologist's fantasy. So I think he's driven in a couple of ways. I think he cares and feels very deeply about the consequences of science and how it can be misused. And I think that's why we love, collectively, obviously the Michael Crichton novel, but the films after that. So yeah, I think he's driven by wonder, or he's academically driven, but he's also got quite a stubborn sense of ethics.
You have such little real estate to hook the audience, and into the character, and take them along for the journey, so they care about the outcome of the film, or outcome of the characters' lives in the film. That you really have to make it count, and I think it was important for me that the character felt like someone who was a sum of all their parts, and had like lived a life and had hopes and dreams for herself and desires, like moving forward, and that she could see like a future for herself based on like what she had experienced. That stuff is so important to know, but again, not that much time to do it in.
But I think that's something that Scarlett led everyone with, because not only in terms of just leading the film in itself and us being on set, but that sort of level of groundedness in the character. I think there's a scene with her and Mahershala that I absolutely love, where all that. Actually, even in the first scene where you see you in the car, spoiler alert, she gets in the car, but the sort of humanity and the real stakes for Zora is just so present, and I think it's down to Scarlett really for setting that tone. I think
he's such a gentle person, and like really, I think has huge admiration for performance, and he came on as a fan as well, which I think is a great place to start, because we all have deep respect for all the source material, and we come at it from a place of like wanting to pay homage to work that we love, so it was great to be, then you're like never jaded, because you're always kind of in awe of the environment you're working in. And Gareth was really like that. He always was like, he's always in a good mood, enthusiastic, lots of like such good energy, because he was, like, it's your dream has come true.
Yeah. Well, it's in the same way. Well, for all of us, but he's the perfect director for this movie. He's spent his whole life studying film, and he was saying that even before the opportunity arose, he had been watching Jurassic Park, just taking notes, just to understand. Obviously Spielberg's one of his huge idols, but with the work he did in Monsters, which he did before having studio backing, was doing with consumer grade equipment, is like extraordinary. And you can see the identity in that filmmaking process then all the way through. And so to give him the keys to Jurassic Park was just like a brilliant idea, and he's just nabbed it.
Yeah, he delivered it.
He delivered.